Hello guys, good evening and welcome to round number 9 here of season 3 of LOE with the lads of Division 4 for what should be a very eventful and exciting British Grand Prix here at the Silverstone circuit. Unfortunately, once again this week it is just me on my own. Unfortunately, my partner in crime, Ton Albanach, unfortunately not able to make it here tonight. He had a few things going on, but don't worry, I will be bringing you the action here tonight as we are on board with Raj, who is on a flying lap. I would like to apologise for the slight delay in the stream going live. Unfortunately, there was something going on with PlayStation trying to sign into the YouTube account. It just wouldn't allow me for some reason until I backed out completely and then tried to re-sign back in. But Raj at the moment, the man on provisional pole with a 27.4, a good lap there as we got Don steering wheel coming to the line as Ryan B puts on a set of mediums. It goes for a 29 as we got a Mercedes there of ST5. That would have just put Don's steering wheel off a little bit, and he does a 28.2. Who else have we got on the lap? We do have his teammate Smitsky coming now through the penultimate corners at Vale and the club section. Here we go to the line. He puts it in third with a 27.8. As we have confirmation it is going to be a dry race here at Silverstone. It just feels weird with it being dry at the British Grand Prix. I mean, you see those clouds, you know there's rain up there. Why is it dry? We can't be having this. Jasper right now in 4th place, the championship leader with a 27.9. He is going to be under some serious pressure from Raj here today as far as the championship goes. As we got, who have we got on a lap right now? LFC, he is on the old pit straight as he is coming now to Cop's corner. Gotta make sure you don't invalidate here. It can be very easy, just a one ride. He didn't use all the track of what he could, so definitely a bit of time there for LFC to gain as he goes through Maggots and Beckett's, and he does invalidate in Maggots and Beckett's, and that is not good as Mir Ryan puts it on provisional pole, 2/10 clear of Raj for the time being. What about Ghost as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's? Trying to get onto the hangar straight. He does go a little bit wide on the exit and he does pick up a bit of gravel. But here he goes with DRS wide open. Now down to Stowe. Now there is a rule in here for tonight by the LOE stewards. You can go onto the curb, but you can't abuse the Stowe, and it's very lenient warning situation. But Ghost goes up into 6th. So a good lap there from Ghost. Dave at the moment just on a cool down lap. He does have Kieran behind who is gearing up for a flying lap, so it would be wise for Dave to get out of the way, and he does indeed. So we're going to stay on board with Kieran and we're going to see how he does on a lap of Silverstone. He takes a little bit too much curb. He does run off onto the rumble strips, which is not what you want to do. He just went over that sleeping policeman there. That's not a comfortable thing to do at the final corner when you're trying to gear up. But he is trying to get a good exit right now to go onto the Wellington straight. Does get a pretty decent exit as he comes down to, I believe it's Brooklands, then Luffield, or it could be the other way around, I can't quite remember. Now onto the old pit straight he will go. Flat out keeping it in 7th gear. No, he switches up into 8th. Me personally, I like to keep it in 7th gear through there, but he does take it absolutely lovely and into Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, he does get on the curb a little bit, but it's all good. He hasn't invalidated his lap time, and now he is on the hanger straight. DRS wide open. He has gone fastest in the middle sector, so this could be a very good lap here from the man in the Red Bull as he comes through Stowe. And now through, I believe it's Vale first, then Club around the final corner, and here we go to the line. Is going to be a 27.4, so it is a Red Bull 1-2 right now with a Renault 3-4. We'll stay on board with Raj, who is on a lap right now as he goes fastest in the first sector. And you guys will have to excuse me for 2 seconds because I do believe there is a door open somewhere in my house. There's a cold draft coming in, so I'm just going to check on the doors 2 seconds, guys, and leave you on the lap with the man in the Renault. They can't fool me. I know when there's a cold draft in my house, which means that there is a door open, and there was a door open. But it doesn't matter because Raj has put it on provisional pole with a 27 flat. A fantastic lap there from Raj. I'm glad I stayed on board with him to get that lap on stream. We're going to go on board with Smitsky right now, the man in 5th. As we have Frankie and Jav in the stream with the comments. They're both excited for this race. And I'm excited as well because this, as Jasper actually puts it into 3rd with a 27.2, a good lap there from the man in the Haas. And here goes Smitsky now through Maggots and Beckett's. Remember, Smitsky, the man who did win the pre-season race. So he'll be looking for a very good result here today. Around the final corner he will come, and he doesn't improve. Calvin into the pits. Who have we got? We do have Jod, who has just done a 30.1. A good not Jod, sorry. ST5. Jod is on a lap though, so actually no, Jod is into the pits. For some reason it didn't come up with the pit icon, but Maverick, he is fastest in the middle sector. He is absolutely flying. 5 tenths up on his time. This could be into the 26s, which would be some lap here for the lads at D4. But he has one very wide out of Stowe. Now that is not that's not legal, and you're allowed to go some distance over Stowe. But if your all 4 tyres are not over the curb on Stowe, then that's deemed to be extending to a monstrous degree. have we still got on a lap? Mir Ryan, he is pushing, but he is a second down on his time in Sector 1, which is not good. As we got a Williams team meeting going on in the stream chat right now between Ghost Recon and Sir Ibo. As I believe that was Slayer who just jumped up a few positions there to get up into 9th. Possibly, or was it LFC? LFC I think it was, who popped up into 11th. Slayer is coming to the line now, so we'll actually... as Mirain goes a little bit wide, what about Slayer? What can he do? To the line, and it's a 27.2, a very good lap there from the man in the Alfa Romeo. Has Ibo scored points? I'm actually going to bring up the championship standings, if you guys will bear with me for just 2 seconds, as we are on board with Kieran, who is up on his time by 2/10. What's it going to be in the second sector? He has gone purple in the second sector. He's up by 3/10. So this could be a danger right now for pole position, but he does have the Mercedes of ST5, and he goes way too much understeer there through that corner. The dirty air taking effect, and that is borderline, I think, with the stewards ruling, and he does improve. He goes with a 27.1, which puts him up into 3rd place. And Ghost Recon does have the audio glitch, not what you want to hear, not what you want to see. But he is going to come through Maggots and Beckett's now. Let's see if Ghost Recon is up on his time. He is. He's 2/10 up. This should put him into the 27th. Smitsky could be under a bit of pressure here if Ghost can just hook up the final sector. He keeps it clean through Stowe. Good lap there from Ghost Recon potentially as we come to the line. He's out of VRS, but it is going to be a 27.8, and it does bump Smitsky down to 9th. To answer your question, Ibo has 4 glorious points to his name so far this season. So yes, he has scored points, and he'll be very happy with how his favourite football team is doing at the moment. As Calvin Christian 3/10 up, 3.5 up in the middle sector, purple middle sector. So here we go now. Raj has retired. He is happy with his time. As Calvin comes through the final few corners, to the line he'll come, and it's going to be a 26.8, an absolute monstrous lap here. Into the 26s goes Calvin. Now the pressure is all on Mir Ryan, as Kieran is also out of the session. But what a lap from Calvin Christian. as the checkered flag is about to fall. In fact, Joe, we're going to go on board with the man who will be the first one to cross the line. It will be Dale as he comes through the final corner. Now it's going to be a 29.3 as Jod and Ghost Recon comes into the pits, as well as Smitsky. So who is going to be the next one to cross the line? It is going to be a Haas, and we all know which Haas it is. Oh, it's Jasper, and he's gone. He's absolutely let that lap go as Maverick now into the final few corners. It looks like it's going to be a slow one, so Maverick not going to improve. What about Ryan B? Ryan B into the final corner. He does improve with a 28.2. A massive improvement there, as we got the Renault of Calvin Christian, who is just going to cross the line to cross the line. Dave, what can Dave do? As everyone is coming into the pits right now, and Dave improves, jumps ahead of his teammate into 12th for the 28.0. What about LFC? LFC to the line. Just misses out on improving. And that is the grid. Calvin Christian takes pole position here at Silverstone. Okay, so the man on pole position is Calvin Christian with a 26.8. Alongside him is his teammate, who is fighting for the championship right now, with Raj in second place. Then we got a all Red Bull second row with Ryan just getting the edge over Kieran. Slayer in 5th, doing good work there. Jasper, the championship leader, down in 6th. Don Steering Wheel 7th, Alt Maverick 8th, Ghost Recon 9th, Smitsky rounds out the top 10. Then with free choice of tyre compound, we got Jod, Dave, Ryan B, Palmer, LFC, Dale, ST5, and rounding up the grid is Sir Ibo. And I did just see a 5-place grid drop, so I believe whoever did have that will be at the back of the grid. But right now in the championship, Jasper is leading from Raj by 8 points. And there's a massive 42 point gap then. Actually, it's a 40, is there a 42? I believe. Yeah, it's a 42 gap then from Raj in 2nd all the way down to May Ryan in 3rd. 78 points then for Don Steering Wheel. 75 for Dave Javu. Ryan B on, I believe that is 68 points. 57 points then for Kieran. Ghost Recon then is in 8th place on 33 points. And then 9th we have the reserve driver Jerome, who is not in here tonight, as Jav has joined late. LFC was the one with the 5-place good drop, so Jav joined in late here, the debutant as it is. But let's have a look at the tyre strategy outside the top 10. Interestingly, Palmer is the only one that has opted for the soft tyre. Now, strategy around here is a simple one stop, soft to the mediums or mediums to the soft. However, the chances of a safety car, especially in turn 1, because going side by side through there can be a bit tricky. You might see a few people running off track to avoid contact, so we'll just keep an eye on what goes on in turn 1. As Calvin is leading the grid around So yeah, an early safety car could prove disastrous for the likes of Jod, Dave, Ryan B, Dale, ST5, Sir Ibo, LFC and Jav at the back. As they are now forming up on the grid. We got 26 laps here of Silverstone, and we should see lap times around the 1:32, potentially 1:31s for the front runners, as we are getting ready to go to 5 red lights eventually. There they come. So to 5 red lights. Lights are out and we are underway, and we're hoping that this camera angle stays with it, because this is a beautiful camera angle as we go into turn 1. It is free wide though, as we got it's actually very clean. Oh, we do have a car that has gone off, and oh, it is Ibo, Dale, and I believe Dave also went off, but we got some moves going on further up the grid as Calvin Christian is absolutely, oh, he's gone off track with Jasper. I wonder what's going on there. As I went down to have a look what happened further down the field, see who went off. Calvin Christian has had an absolute nightmare off pole position here, all the way down into 8th. It's not good for the man in the Renault, and Jasper, he is outside of the points now, with his nearest championship rival being Raj all the way up in the lead. But Calvin Christian sent it down the inside into Cops, and that is a lovely move. And Palmer thinking about going side by side with Don Steenwheel into Magnussen Beckett's. Not what you want to see. And Raj is gone, and he has collected Maverick, who did clout into the back of him, but Raj has absolutely dropped it out of Magnussen Beckett's, and he has no front wing. What about Maverick? Does Maverick have wing damage? As we got Ryan B having a little look on Smitsky down into Stowe, but thinks better of it. Right, what's going on with Maverick? Does he have wing damage? No, he doesn't. It did look like he did hit or was it Ghost Recon? Because he is under pressure right now from Calvin Christian. But our 2 championship leaders are both in the pits at the end of lap 1. And Raj going for the hards, Jasper going for the hards, Dale opting for the mediums. So it's going to be interesting. It is a Red Bull 1-2 right now with Ryan and Kieran. Alt Maverick in the sister car, the Toro Rosso, in 3rd. So it's a Red Bull family podium as it stands. Slayer not too far off the back, but we do have this little train going on with Ghost Recon, Calvin Christian, Don Steenwheel, Palmer and Ryan B, who just runs off track at the exit of Cops, and Smitsky not too far behind, and Jod as well. Meanwhile, we got the Mercedes fighting of ST5, and Mir Ryan's around. Mir Ryan off track, trying to come back on, and now he is dropping positions left, right and centre. It's unfortunate. Every single time I go off board with someone, then they make a move. But Jav able to get the move done on his teammate, as we got Palmer and Don Steenwheel having a bit of a fight going on. DRS is enabled this lap, and Don Steenwheel needs to get within that 1 second. He needs to before the DRS detection zone, and I don't think he's there. No, he's not. So Don Steenwheel is going to be under some serious pressure right now from the Racing Point, the Pink Panther, as it is lining up. Actually, it looks like Don Steenwheel did have DRS, so That is my mistake. I thought he was just outside the detection point, but he must have just got in it. Oh, Smitsky does have a lovely view, but Jod also has a lovely view. We have a yellow flag in sector 3, and that is Jasper. That is Jasper around. Jasper into the wall on the pit straight. Any front wing damage? Yeah, Jasper does have front wing damage. That is heartbreaking for the championship leader, as we got LFC getting past ST5. Dave has dropped the position to Jav, but should be able to get back with DRS. We'll go back towards the front. Calvin Christian all over the back of Ghost Recon. Meanwhile, Slayer all over the back of Alt Maverick. And Dave, as I said, does get the move done on Java. In fact, they both run wide, so that might be that might have been something with a side by side, and Dave just getting squeezed out wide. But we gotta go back on board with this battle at the top end, because I have a feeling that Calvin, he's gonna make a move. He's had a little bit of a pop. He had a bit of a pop then, but that has compromised him. So Don steering wheel right now could have a bit of a lunge. We're gonna see. We're gonna go on board with him. No, he's not even within. He's not in the slipstream as Palmer gets all the way up the gearbox here of the man in the Ferrari. But this is lovely as LFC and Java having a bit of a ding-dong battle. Let's have a little look. Yes, it's side by side through Brooklands and left field. And now it is the run down to the old turn 1 Cops corner. They're going to be side by side. We're going to stay on board with this one. They give each other the room. And they both make it through. That's what you like to see. Racing respect between the guys here. As Ghost Recon under pressure from Calvin Christian, who's not quite close enough to make a move. What about Smitsky? Not quite. What about Palmer on his teammate? Oh no, there's a Renault front wing going off here. Calvin Christian hitting the back of Ghost Recon. We did just see that. And now it's free wide. Don steering wheel. Oh, Don steering wheel gets away there. But Ghost Recon and Calvin Christian coming together there. Calvin under pressure right now from the McLaren, who has a little bit of a pop. He does send it down the inside, but unable to get the move done. There is a tyre compound difference as Ryan B goes off track, kind of squeezed off by Calvin. Calvin defending this position with absolutely everything he's got, because right now he does have 3 very angry cars behind, and it looks like Jod has just hit Smitsky. A little bit of a drift going on through there as LFC picks up a 3-second time penalty and Smitsky back through. So I think Jod just outbroke himself a little bit, made a little bit of contact with Smitsky and decides to give him the position back. But Don steering wheel does... Oh! Ryan B! Ryan B's out! I just saw it! And Dave's around as well! Both of them losing it in Cops corner, and it was synchronized McLaren spinning. And Calvin Christian gets a 5-second penalty for slamming into the back of Palmer. Now, our race leader into the pits. Everyone on the softs theoretically should be pitting right now, and anyone with front wing damage. So I think this would be a free pit stop for Jasper. And it'll give Jasper and Raj and Mir Ryan a chance to close back up to the pack. And Kieran opting for the hard tyres. Ghost Recon and Palmer sticking it out. Along with a few of the medium runners being Jav, LFC and Jod. Everyone right now opting for the hard compound tyres. Now, I mean, here's the thing: if you started on the mediums, it would make sense to chuck on the hards. But if you started on the softs, I mean, you can take the mediums around 20 laps here. Your tyre wear would be pretty high, but No, you can probably take him that far. It's probably right on the limit. So we are on lap 6 of 26. Ryan B has left the session. He is our first casualty here today, and everyone in D4 was kind of proud last week with 20 man grid, no safety cars, no DNFs. Unfortunately, we couldn't have a repeat performance here today. As looks like Jasper and Dale have come in and put on the medium, so they should be able to take these to the end. Now, the normal pit stop window usually is around lap 10. The undercut lap is around lap 9. Now, considering they're on lap 6, and we should theoretically be under safety car till lap 8. Because it's safety car and you're going half speed, you should be able to eke out the performance of those mediums to do the job for you there. However, I do feel that Ghost Recon and Palmer have made a bit of a mistake here. They had a chance for a free pit stop. Unless they don't think they can take the mediums to the end and they don't want to risk putting on the hards. Okay, well, everyone is under safety car of 2 seconds. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat. As we got Wezza in there. Yeah, Jav had a great start, a very good start. And, oh no, Ghost Recon's left the session, but he's joined back instantly. Thank God. Ibo, if you are watching, no, just make sure that there's extra invites being sent out right now while we're under safety car. Because there's the perfect opportunity to send a few out. But Ghost Recon and Palmer. Now, here's the thing, right? They're approaching the pit stop window for these softs, and they're probably only going to get one more lap of racing before it's the pit stop window. So Ghost Recon and Palmer have completely blundered this, as Dale picks up a penalty as Dave is into the pits. Now, Dave is probably thinking mediums to the end from here, which, you know, is the right call, in my opinion. The mediums are going to be so much quicker than the hards. While the hards will 100% get you there from this distance, the mediums should do the job well enough. And Ghost Recon has got himself back in his car, as Alt Maverick picks up a 3-second time penalty. And he does have the X above his name, which Ibo must be... Look, oh my god, Alt Maverick just bunny hopped. He is literally a BMX rider right now. He is bunny hopping all over the place. Oh, he's absolutely gone. Right, Ibo's getting out of the way of Alt Maverick, and Alt Maverick has hit the back of Ibo. And Slayer... Lion Ibo maintain 8th place there. rightfully so, but Alt Maverick with that connection issue, that is gonna be an issue right now for Ibo, for Slayer, for Don Steering Wheel, for ST5, for Mir Ryan, for Smitsky, pretty much everyone right now behind him. And same goes for Palmer and Jod, LFC and Jav and Kieran as they approach the back of Ghost Recon. Safety car is in this lap, so we're going to get going again as Dave has got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. That is going to sting. And the safety car, oh no, as Ghost has actually left the session again. And his AI is going to get the race back underway. And here we go, we are racing again, back under green flag conditions. And Ghost Recon has rejoined. Hopefully he can get back into his car ASAP, because right now his AI is still in the lead. However, it will be... Oh, Jav off. We just saw it in the background. Jav clean off on the exit of turn 1. Unbelievable. As the Mercedes just goes flying off into the distance. It's not what you want to see. And Ghost Recon, as he's been overtaken and he is back in his car. LFC gets a 3-second time penalty. He is side by side with Jod. And here we go on the exit. Can LFC hang it there with the man in the Toro Rosso? They're going to be side by side on the run down to Cops Corner. There is a bit of a gap formed now from Alt Maverick in 6th place down to Ibo in 7th. As Dave. No, it's Raj. Raj is around. Raj has dropped it again on the exit of Cops, and that is not good for his championship hopes. Jasper gets past Dale up into 14th. Meanwhile, LFC and Kieran having a bit of a battle. Meanwhile, Alt Maverick is right on the back. He was sniffing a move. As here we go now, Kieran with a slightly better straight line speed. Is he going to be able to get this done? I'm not sure. Don Steering Wheel all over the back of Slayer for 9th place. Mir Ryan is right there as well. And Smitsky having a little bit of a look on the Mercedes of ST5. He has gone for it. He's going to hang it around the outside. Beautiful move there from the man in the Ferrari. And meanwhile, Ghost Recon and Palmer side by side. Here they go. Ghost Recon trying to get back into the lead of this race that he only lost because he lagged out the session. Palmer wants that lead back. They are on 9-lap-old soft tyres. They're going to be side by side into Cops Corner. Ghost Recon will have the inside, and Palmer does back out. Looks for the better exit on the run down into Maggots and Beckets. We're going to go on board and see if any time is gained. Palmer just taking it nice and calm, looking for the better exit. Ghost goes a bit wide, and here we go. Palmer does have the better exit, but it looks like Ghost has the better straight line speed. In fact, let's check the telemetry. Oh, right. Now, these guys, they're approaching the pit window for those soft tyres. Meanwhile, Slayer and Ibo side by side into Stowe. And Don Steering Wheel sends it around the outside of Ibo. Ibo actually dived it back on there. Oh my god, a Mir Ryan out of nowhere around the outside of Smitsky and Ibo. As Jasper and Don Steering Wheel side by side, but Don Steering Wheel gets the move on Ibo. Absolute carnage has ensued, and Jasper is around. Jasper is around, and so's Dave. You could just see that something was going to happen when there was that many cars in that close proximity, 2 by 2. You just knew something was going to happen. Now, I think what was going on there, Ibo was trying to drop, trying not to hold up anyone, and in doing so, he kind of caused a bit of a kerfuffle there through no fault of his own. He's just trying to go about his race and do his own race, but Mir Ryan gets past Smitsky and is now up into 8th place. Smitsky maintaining position in 9th, and ST5 just getting past Dale there for 13th. But Jasper, Dave and Raj have been in the absolute wars here today for Silverstone, and Slayer unable to hold off Mir Ryan. So Ghost Recon into the pits off those soft tyres. Now this is what I was talking about, because he stayed out on those softs. He's just going to drop positions as Mir Ryan sets the fastest final sector, as Kieran and LFC were side by side. So we'll go back on board with these two. Kieran down the inside. Oh, he got pinched to the curb in there from LFC. That's aggressive defensive work, but he did leave him just enough there to be pretty fair. That's hard defending there from LFC, and rightfully so. He wants to keep hold of this position for as long as he can, as Raj sets the fastest lap with a 30.3. A fantastic lap there from the man in the Renault. And we're going to be 3 wide maybe. No, it looks like Alt Maverick is going to back out. Kieran around the outside of LFC, and Alt Maverick follows Kieran through there, as well as we had a yellow flag further back, and I think it was for Ibo. Palmer into the pits right now. So Ghost Recon did rejoin all the way down in 15th place, but he does have DRS on Dave, who has been in the absolute wars here, along with Jasper, along with Raj. Jasper, he has got the move done on Ibo, and he's now up into the points. And let's see what the gap will be to Ghost right now for Palmer, because Palmer... Ghost has left the session again. Ghost Recon is leaving the session left, right and centre, and Jasper picking up another point there. So he is now up into 10th. Now this is good for Jasper, as long as he keeps outscoring Raj. Raj can't overtake him in the championship. Ghost Recon joins again. He must be having an absolute nightmare with his internet right now, is Ghost Recon. And it seems like the race has just calmed down a little bit now. Half race distance, lap 13 of 26. Smitsky's having a little look on Slayer for 6th place, which essentially will be... it will be for 4th place once Jod and LFC make their respective pit stops. As Ibo is actually... oh, he's just got past ST5. Ibo making the moves count. He is past ST5, though he does go a bit wide. Is ST5... oh, Ibo's gone wide again. But it doesn't look like ST5 has the straight line speed to compete there. But we're going to go back on board with Smitsky, who does have DRS. He does have the ERS. He doesn't have a huge amount of overspeed there, but Slayer locks up, gives Smitsky half a chance. Smitsky's teammate Don steering wheel right behind, surveying the situation. Meanwhile, up towards the front, Jod, he is being caught by Kieran, so DRS on this back straight, it might be enough. Let's see what the exit is like out of Maggots and Beckett's. The exit is good. Jod got a slightly better exit though, but DRS is pulling in the Red Bull on the Toro Rosso, and not quite there yet. Meanwhile, let's have a look at Smitsky, who is a lot closer than what Kieran was, and they're side by side into Stowe. Oh no, Slayer has just made contact with Smitsky, and Smitsky is around. That is heartbreaking for the man in the Ferrari. He has not had the best of luck here this season. I feel for him, I really do. The man who won the pre-season race here. Ibo dropping positions now, as we got Ghost and Palmer getting past SD5, Ibo getting past SD5 as well. Jasper and Smitsky now having a bit of a battle. Jasper now up into 9th place. Raj still outside of the points, so Jasper will gain 4 points on Raj here today, taking that gap from 8 points to 12 as it stands right now. We're back on board with Kieran now, as we are on the back straight. DRS wide open, and look at the speed difference here with DRS, as we got the Mercedes of Jav off in sector 1. And Alt Maverick is now onto the back. LFC into the pits on lap 15. This is going to be for the soft compound tyre. LFC is going to be absolutely flying for these final 10 laps. Well, I say 10, 11 laps, including the lap that we are on. But it'll be interesting to see where he comes out to relative to everyone else. Kieran had a little bit of a luck on Jod for the race lead. Though Kieran, he's not really forcing the move. However, he might want to get this move done before Jod comes into the pits. Just because right now, Kieran is being held up and Maverick is getting within that DRS. So here we go through Maggots and Beckett's. What's the exit like here for Kieran? Is fantastic. And now he's definitely got it. He's got the run. He's going to go to the outside, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get clean past him before the break-in of the corner. Jod goes a little bit wide. Jav has retired from the session. He is coming to the pits to retire, and Jod into the pits right now. So, and Jod gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding. No! He was on for such a good result there, Jod. But right now, here's a double Red Bull podium with a Toro Rosso filling. As we got Jod coming out of the pits, I wonder where he's going to come out relative to LFC. LFC now coming through the Club and Vale section, and he is going to come out quite a distance ahead. So Jod already in the points. He is going to have the tyre advantage over these guys ahead. So it's going to be very exciting to see what the man in the Toro Rosso is going to be able to do. In fact, apart from Don Steering Wheel and Slayer, this battle that we got by here for 9th place between Ghost Recon, between Dave, between Palmer and Jod is going to be the battle to keep our eyes on. So we're going to go on board with Jod right now, the man on the freshest amount of rubber. Calvin Christian picks up a 3-second time penalty. He is going to have DRS, but he's not going to be close enough to make a move. What about Dave? He's closing in rapidly on Ghost Recon, but was a bit too far back. What about Don Steering Wheel? Gonna keep our eye on Don Steering Wheel right now. I am looking at that gap between Jod and Palmer. It is down to 2/10, down to less than a tenth. Is Jod gonna go for it down the inside? He sends it, and he squeezes out Palmer there. Good driving there from Jod. That is as fair and as hard as you want to attack. And now Jod can get on to chasing down the McLaren of Dave and the Williams of Ghost Recon. Meanwhile, we're going to go back up to this battle, and it looks like Slayer is starting to close that gap a bit to Mir Ryan. So, with Don Steering Wheel in that DRS, he is just going to save ERS for the time being. It's a smart play. It really is a smart play. He's saving his ERS. He knows right now that he could go for the overtake, but why risk it? As we got yellow flag in sector 3. I believe that is for Ibo. Yeah, it is. But here goes Jod. Oh, he gets onto the curb, and Dave goes wide off track. So both with some adventurous lines there for the final corner. And Jod's actually, he's had a little pop down the inside. Dave actually leaving him the room there. So, you know, good awareness from Dave to see that he has potentially just gone for it. And Maverick picks up a 3-second time penalty. And here goes Jod. Down the inside for... he's gone off circuit. That's going to be a warning, but if we can get a good exit here, they're going to be side by side into the old turn 1 Cops corner. And the grip advantage is going to be there for Jod. And they are side by side still. We're going to go on board with Palmer just so the slightly better view before I realised that I could have been on broadcast. And Jasper, DRS wide open, does get past Calvin Christian. Now, Jod has held up Dave enough, so Dave does not have DRS on Ghost Recon. Now, Jod, he's not got any ERS to really attack with. He needs to do some serious saving right now behind the McLaren. Just let the natural grip of those very fresh softs versus the quite worn mediums, just let them take effect. Meanwhile, Don Steering Wheel on the hunt for 4th place from Slayer. Mir Ryan just up the road. In fact, Slayer does have DRS on the man in the Red Bull, so the battle for the podium is definitely not over yet. A bit of a lock up there for the Ferrari driver. Jasper doing a brilliant recovery drive up into 6th. Raj, unfortunately, he just been in the absolute wars here today. Absolute wars, as Dale looks like he's out of the session. Ibo all the way down in 17th. And Jod still over the back of Dave, though he has done a very good job to save his ERS. So we're going to go on board. Is he going to try it? No, into Magus and Beckett. As Don Steering Wheel gets past Slayer as well into Stowe. But Slayer's going to come back at him down the inside, but Don Steering Wheel squeezes it out. But here we go. Jod, Dave, down the hangar straight, and it looks like Jod is going to get ahead and get that move done. And now he just needs to pull away, try to close that gap to Ghost Recon, get within that DRS, and then he can kind of pull in the Williams. But Don Searwell now getting ahead of Slayer. He does have... He might have a DRS failure. I'm not sure, but... Oh, Dave's around. Dave is off. I wonder, did Dave try to dive it back on Jod? I think that might have been what's happened. And a VSC, a virtual safety car, coming out right now. This is giving quite a few guys a chance to save their ERS. Calvin Christian does have a few time penalties, so he might not be safe from guys like Smitsky, Ghost Recon, and Jod, to be fair. So Calvin needs to try and stay with Jasper as best as he can. Because right now Jasper is bringing home 8 points compared to Raj's 0. As the gaps seem to have they seem to have settled a little bit. You know, everyone's kind of going at their pace. So I'm going to turn attention to the chat for 2 seconds just to see how is everyone doing here today. As Jod is actually Jod is the closing man right now. He is closing in on the Williams. So how is everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are enjoying today's race, and don't forget to also check out the Division 2 race, which is also going on right now. At this very moment, it is the other race that is live on this channel, and of course you can always tune in and watch D1 and D3, which were streamed just a little bit earlier, just 2.5 hours earlier, but you guys will be able to catch up on all of the LOE action. As Jod, he is closing in on the Williams of Ghost Recon. And we are on lap 23 of 26, so not too long left. If Jod wants to get this move done, he needs to do it very soon. But this is the closest battle that we have on track, so we're going to stay on board with it. We do have a blue flag ahead of Ghost, which could mean that the Williams gets DRS here. And yes, it does. Ghost Recon will have DRS, so nothing will happen right now as LFC's around. LFC has gone off into the gravel. And that's a fantastic camera angle there from Codemasters to give me. Absolutely appreciate it. But LFC has gone off, and that has promoted Raj into 13th and with sights on points. Raj right now, he does have... Oh, LFC's retired. And that has brought out a safety car. Oh, okay. Now this has really just bubbled things up lovely. Who is going to make the risk? Kieran's not. Maverick's not. What about Ryan? Ryan's not. I'm not sure. I mean, here's the thing, right? There is only 3 laps left of this race. We're on lap 24. But pitting for very fresh softs against everyone's worn mediums and hards, you're going to be a good second a lap quicker. And, you know, you can make those moves. In my opinion, as Jod and Calvin are into the pits. As well as... as well as Dale. So Dale into the pits. Raj is going to carry on. So Raj right now will be promoted up 2 places, sorry. He will be ahead of his teammate, but his teammate's going to be so much quicker on those very fresh softs. So right now, looking at it like this, the man who is in prime position here, honestly, I would have to say Ghost Recon. He does have, his tyres are not as worn as Jasper's. They're not as worn as the hard compound tyres ahead. And we're going green on this lap, so already the safety car is coming in, and that actually might have just been a pretty bad call from me. You know, the bit of the advice that I tried to give. I thought the safety car would be out for another lap, but it's coming in this lap. Ibo with a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Not what you want to see. And here we go. We're going to get underway as Kieran is going to lead us away. As, oh, Don Steering Wheel. Don Steering Wheel's lost it. Unbelievable. Don Steering Wheel has lost it as George gets a 5-second penalty for avoiding yellow flags. But Don Steering Wheel has lost it. Jasper, he is going to be vulnerable right now with those very worn medium tyres. Jasper needs all the points he can get here today. Meanwhile, towards the front, Kieran is in comfort mode, but this has just breathed new life into Slayer and Mir Ryan, because they are now smelling a podium, knowing that Maverick does have a 3-second time penalty. Jasper, he does want that podium. Smitsky wants that podium. Ghost wants that podium. Palmer also. And it looks like Ghost right now with that fresher tyre advantage. He's looking like he is going to be the faster of the few cars ahead. Meanwhile, Maverick and Kieran have built a bit of a gap to Mir Ryan. So Ryan might not be able to get the win here, but he could very well snag second place if he just sticks it, as Ghost down the inside of Smitsky gets the move done. Ghost Recon now up into 6th place, and like I said, Ghost Recon in the best position right now. However, we are on the final lap, so any move that Ghost needs to make, he needs to make it ASAP. As we are on board with Maverick, who is closing up to Kieran. However, he's not going to be close enough on this straight. Yellow flag in sector 3, and I'm guessing that is for... Oh, it's Ghost. He had a little bit of a dive, and Jasper cuts it off. So Ghost, he is hungry. He wants this 5th place. He really does. He wants to beat Jasper here on track. This could be a very, very exciting end to the race as Dave picks up the fastest lap. In fact, that could be a good shout, because Calvin right now is in 12th. And he might very well get fastest lap, as we know he was the man on pole position. He is quick here over 1 lap. But right now, Kieran has defended from Maverick. Ryan has defended from Slayer, and it looks like Kieran is going to come across the line to win here at Silverstone and pick up all 25 points. So there we go. Kieran is the man on the top step of the podium. Mir Ryan will get second. Jasper will get promoted. Oh, Smitsky's on the podium. Smitsky has just gone to the podium. Jasper dropped down into 5th as Slayer drops down into 6th. Don Steering Wheel gets 7th. Ghost Recon down in 8th. Palmer in 9th. ST5 in 10th. Raj will have to settle for 11th place, and Calvin Christian will be the man who gets the final point, and depending on penalties, I don't think Jod will be able to jump him on penalties. Actually, he does. Jod does. Jod has just jumped Calvin on penalty, so Jod does get the final point there. And who has the fastest lap? It is Dave. So Dave will be the man who ends the race here for us. But what a race. A double Red Bull, a Red Bull 1-2. It hasn't been seen since the last race of D3 last season, with myself and the man racing in D2, LOE, Nico. But there we go, a double Red Bull podium, a 1-2 for Red Bull. Smitsky on the podium in third place, really getting himself some very, very good points there. In fact, that is his first podium of the season. Ironic that it comes at the race where he won in pre-season. But Kieran is the race winner. Mir Ryan he'll be very thankful that he's got second place, considering how bad it got for him early on in the race. Smitsky also will be ecstatic with third place after that spin that he had with Slayer, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that, I can't quite remember, but he did have a spin, but he's come back and he's got the podium. Alt Maverick will be gutted that he got that 3-second time penalty, because that cost him second. Jasper in 5th, Slayer 6th, Don Stewart 7th, Ghost Recon 8th, Palmer in 9th, and we're going to go through everyone else. Palmer 9th, ST 5 in 10th, Raj in 11th, and Jod will pick up the final point here today. Well, what a race that was. So massive congratulations to our race winner Kieran, and the two men who join him on the podium, being Mir Ryan and Smitsky. Jasper does extend his lead in the championship with that 5th place. He gains 10 points, and Raj in 11th gains 2. So that's an 8-point advantage now for, well, 16 points is the gap right now from Jasper in the championship to Raj in second place. But with Mir Ryan and Kieran with good results here today, they are closing in. In fact, I think that with the result that Kieran just had, he might actually jump ahead of both McLarens into 4th place, I believe. He might have actually jumped up. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he definitely jumped Dave and Ryan B. He might. I don't think he has, but he's definitely jumped at the 5th in the championship. So good result there from Kieran, and I believe that would give Red Bull the lead in the constructors. Just gonna have a quick little peek at this. Oh yeah, Red Bull definitely have just taken the lead in the constructors. In fact, I didn't even look at the constructors. It is so tight between the top 4 teams in the constructors, but that will wrap up this race here today. So once again, massive congratulations to our race winner Kieran, and to Mir Ryan and Smitsky for getting on the podium. And until next week, I believe it is going to be Germany. We do have a break week coming up. Is it next week or is it the week after? I'm just gonna have a quick peek, guys. Let me just have a little gander. We do have a break week that is coming up. Oh no, we're good. We're good, right? So next week will be the German Grand Prix. I have been your commentator for this evening, Ivan Bryn Mike, and I'll catch you next week for Hockenheim. Until then, guys, have a good one and good night.